Good Morning Wilmington is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Good morning, Wilmington. Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington. Wake up, y'all. Come on, have a great day. Ooh.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? It's your main man, Big Ive, the talking to town, Mr. DETV. And in studio today, here on the plaza, I have Nakishia Bailey, the capeless superhero from Dot Foods. And we're just here to talk about, just things like random acts of kindness. I see that Dot Foods is doing some amazing things. And what they're doing is just helping teachers, helping the community. But this is not their first, time around the block. They've been doing this for a while. Is that correct to say?
That's correct. That's correct. So Dot Foods is 64 years old. It's a family-owned, still a family-owned company owned by the Tracy family, started by the Tracy family in Mount Sterling, Illinois. And Delaware is the 13th distribution center. 13. So there's 15 other distribution centers, and each one of those distribution centers has an HR manager, just like me, sitting in the realm. And probably 90% of our distribution centers, the HR manager runs the charitable committee.
Right.
What that means is we have a budget.
Right.
We're responsible for making sure that we spend that budget.
Yeah.
We get in trouble when we don't give that money away.
Right.
So, and that's one of the reasons why I took this role. I love human resources, but my God, I love affecting people and impacting the human condition, and that's what we do.
Why do you like that so much?
I mean, everybody doesn't have the opportunity to write $1 million grant.
Right.
Everybody doesn't have the opportunity to sit across from each other like we do, or come up with this idea and have all these funders.
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't have an opportunity to click on the link for Dot Foods, fill in their information. Maybe I coach them through that process and get some money to either continue the good that they're doing, or start the good that they're doing, or just add on.
Yeah.
We might not be able to one that can fund you for $100,000, but we can definitely be
help
a part
out
of that puzzle to make sure you get to your goal.
Definitely help out. Was it and this is Ms. Bailey before Dot Foods, and I know you was in healthcare.
Yes.
Was that a hard transition for you to go there to charitable giving?
No. One great thing about me being human resources, human resources is a transferable skill set.
Right.
Whether it's retail, whether it's Dot Foods, which is supply chain management, logistics, whether it's healthcare, you're always policy is policy.
Yeah.
People are going to get hired, people are going to get fired, people need to know what the policy is.
Yeah.
So human resources is transferable. Being charitable, that's just within me. That's how I was raised. I was always raised to give to others. If you have it, give it. If you don't have it, find it.
Right. So it's just like being at home then.
It's like being at home. It's like being at home.
Wow. So Dot has been doing this for a great amount of time now. And I think, I know with me, I haven't seen a lot of companies that really are begging to give away funds.
Right.
No, look at me.
Begging.
Take this and then go help the community. And with that, I mean, you've done, let's talk about the track record of Dot. Let's bring me back from maybe 3-4 years ago.
Right.
Or the first one that you jumped in on. What was the first project you jumped in on?
Oh my God, besides the charitable budget, Dot does a program called Neighbor to Neighbor. Neighbor to Neighbor is when what we do is it's food. And what we do is we reach out to 5 or 6 pantries and we ask them, hey, we have a budget about $5,000 to $6,000, and we just ask you to take this list of products and order what you need that's great for your particular organization.
Right.
So for me, I've been in church all my life, and one of the great things that we do is, you'll do a canned food drive.
Yeah.
When you do a canned food drive, normally you go in your closet and you find that product that you bought and your family didn't use, right? That can of tuna fish has been sitting there for months. You give that in the bag, and then we make a bag and we give it to an organization.
Yeah.
With Neighbor to Neighbor, I actually give a list product to the organization. They can order what they want that's applicable to their organization.
Wow.
They order it, we bring it in, we shrink wrap it, we deliver it with a group of volunteers, and then we actually unload it and we shelve it and we do whatever you want us to do with that product.
Wow.
That's the very first thing I worked on, and that was hard.
Yeah.
I reached out to different organizations. They said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me you're gonna give me $5,000 worth of product? I don't have to do anything, and you're gonna unload it? Yes. Oh, let me look into it. Let me talk to my manager. It took us a while to do that, and now we've been doing it for 5 years. We're gonna do it again on December the 5th. We're going to the YMCA, downtown Wilmington. We're going to going to Canaan Baptist Church.
Yeah.
We're going to the food bank.
Yeah.
We're going to Southern Elementary School, who has a food pantry for the Colonial School District.
Yeah.
And we're going to Hilltop Community Center. Each one of them have ordered between $5,000 and $6,000 worth of product, and we're going to deliver it on December the 5th.
That's awesome. That's awesome, especially in this time of need right now. A lot of donations are down, and people are in need. And people, and not to bring politics in here, is people are scared.
People are scared.
People are scared, but you have you Dot Food stepping up to the challenge to bring the human part of humanity back together. That's awesome. Now, my wife was talking to me the other day, and she was saying that one of her clients came in screaming the praises of Dot Foods, right? And one of the praises was that they came and they helped me out with this thing called a wish list, right? And my wife said she was so excited. You want to talk a little bit about how Dot is helping out in education?
Oh God, yeah. Also with Neighbor to Neighbor, besides charitable Neighbor to Neighbor, we have a line item for backpack drives or giving away school supplies, and we normally do school supplies to the Hope Center and Angel Tree or somebody's school. This year I said, let's flip it. Our teachers spend between $400 to $600 out of their own pocket.
Wow, yeah.
Out of their own pocket.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
That's crazy. So a lot of times, and our children spend most of their day with their teachers.
Yeah.
And their teachers are spending money out of their own pocket to make their classrooms comfortable for our children.
Yeah.
So I said, let's flip it. Not to say that the children don't need school supplies, but let's take care of our educators.
Yeah.
So I just put out a clarion call, just went on Facebook, and I said, hey, we want to take care of your Amazon wish list. Send me your name.
Wow.
And we picked the top 10.
Right.
And full transparency, I did that without even getting approval. I was like, well, if we don't get approval, this is gonna have to come out of my
Screw
pocket.
The community needed.
Right. So I did it, and we got this list, and I went to my regional general manager, and he was like, let me tell you something, my daughter's a kindergarten teacher, and she spends about $500. This is true stuff, this is real. And he approved it, to the point where we had to go back to some of the teachers and say, hey, your list is, I don't know how to say this, but your list isn't enough.
Right.
Can you bring it up? We want to give you at least $750.
Come take this money.
Right.
Come
we want
take
to
this
give
money.
you $750, and we did. And I didn't really know what the impact was. And then I went to Del State's homecoming.
Right.
One of the teachers was there. She just ran, and she was like, Nakishia. And I was like, and she said, I just want to tell you, thank you. She said, I didn't know how I was going to do it this year.
Right.
And then I saw your post on Facebook, and I just want to thank you.
Wow.
That's what it's for.
How does that feel? Like how does it feel? Like we're brought up in church, right? Our parents instilled in us the better part of them, right? Of give back, take care of the people that are hungry, clothe the people that need clothes. And now you're in a position that you can write a check, you can stroke your signature, and you can write a check, and you can change the trajectory, not of just of the teacher, but of students that are getting the benefits from the teacher. How does that feel?
One, it feels great. Two, it feels, everybody needs a purpose. Mm-hmm. And I love human resources. I got into human resources, before HR, I wanted to be a police officer.
Me too.
Right? And I was all in Newcastle County Police. I'm like Kamala. I love having a gun, right? So, and then I got scared because I was scared that I would end up shooting somebody that looked like me or looked like my brother.
Okay.
So I turned into human resources because I wanted to be on the other side of the hiring decision for people that look like me.
Right.
And then put the black father back into his rightful place in the family. That's why I got in HR.
Right.
Then, you work, I've been doing it about 30 years, so it gives repurpose what I do. It makes me feel great. I talked to somebody this morning and they were like, oh my God, I gotta take you out to dinner. And I said, no you don't, I'm good. So, you sure? I said, I'm just thankful that God has placed me in a time such as this to do this that I'm able to do.
Is this just like in acting, is this the role of or position of your life?
Oh my God, yeah. And I owe it. I mean, I really owe it all to Matt Meyer.
Yeah, he's dope.
To
He's
Tamara.
Dope. Yep,
I mean,
she's dope.
that group bought Dot Foods of Delaware.
Yeah.
Under their business development, Dot Foods was going to choose between Baltimore and Bear, Delaware. And Matt and Tamara and Jessica and that crew, they made the incentive so great that Dot came to Delaware.
Let me tell you something about them. When I was telling you I was in Atlanta, and I was so singing their praises of them, of Matt and Tamara, because they brought a Velo to Delaware. I flew a Velo at 6 o'clock in the morning and got to Atlanta for $41 in an hour and a half. And it was right in Newcastle. So that economic cohort that they was rocking did wonders for the economy here in Delaware.
And you said $41?
$82 round trip.
Let me just put it in perspective. I sent some documents overnight to Alabama yesterday. It cost me $67.
Girl, let me tell you something. Only thing they didn't have was popcorn. I was cool. It was insane.
I'm thankful for them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I didn't even know what Dot Foods was.
Right.
I was, you know, your wife will tell you, I was chilling.
HRing it up.
Just chilling, right? And I was just like, okay. I know I didn't want to get into anything political because my daughter was getting ready to go to college. And I just, you just get the itch. And then, Matt came to me and he said, there's this company come to Delaware called Dot Foods. He said, you would be perfect for them.
Oh, wow.
He said that to me.
Wow.
He said, you got the HR. You can do that in your sleep. He said, but they have this charitable arm. And the GM doesn't want to be the face. You could be the face of this company.
And that's exactly what you are.
And I'll tell you, I went, after that, I applied by that afternoon, I probably had about my third interview. But I didn't know anything about it.
So you say by that afternoon.
But I mean, I went on Indeed, I applied,
Right.
They called me and did a quick interview, and the third interview, my husband came home from work. He said, what are you doing? I said, I think I got another job, but I'm not sure. He was like, oh, okay, whatever, okay.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations. And it's awesome because we see you in the community and we see all that great stuff that you're doing. And it's just helping so many people. So thank you so much again. Thanks, Dot Foods, for doing what they do. We're going to get out of here.
We're going to get out of here?
Yeah, we're going to get out of here. I just want to come celebrate you.
Well, before we leave,
okay,
in Dot fashion, it is Thanksgiving coming up, and
That's
I know
right.
you have a big Ives turkey drive coming up.
Woo-woo. How do you say at church? Woo-woo.
Well, the back end of Dot is foods, and we want to make sure that no one goes without anything, and no one goes hungry, and no one misses out on getting a turkey. So I've been hunting, y'all know, Ivan is hard. I've been hunting Ivan down all this week just to give him this check from Dot, made out to DETV, and it's for $5,000. And we just hope that this spreads just a little bit share this holiday season.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? You Dot, y'all been on, last year you did the damn same thing. And thank you. You know one thing about, and you're there on the turkey drive.
And I'll be there this Tuesday.
Ain't that crazy?
And this weekend, I'll be in different hats. This Sunday, I'll be with NPHC,
right,
bagging up the canned foods for Compton Towers.
Okay.
So, and they got that all in order. I mean, they got it in order.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to NPHC. Our job, Sigma Gamma Rho, was 75 cans of mixed fruit. We're going to bring it in, so we're going to bag all that up Sunday night, ready for Compton Towers. And I'll be there bright and early Tuesday morning to kick off.
It means a lot to those seniors, don't it?
It does. And I told them, I just had this conversation. I said, maybe next year with NPHC, how about we bag the cans with the seniors?
Someone said this to me the other day. They was like, some of the seniors might not be able to cook the turkey. What if we do something like bring them meals? Bring them actually, and I was thinking like, that's not a bad idea.
It's not.
Because some of them are old, they can't, older.
And let me tell you, that's what State Rep Stephanie T. Bolden does in her district.
Yeah.
She actually provides a hot meal to the seniors, and she used to use Boston Market before they closed down.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what she'll do this year.
Yeah.
I know Jerry Dean's does it. You know, they do a meal. They're doing a meal coming up, and they're just asking people to sign up. I bet you could probably do a show on who's giving away. I've seen so many giveaways. But yeah, if they can't cook, I mean, they love the turkey, and they find somebody else to do the cooking for them, right? Their kids and their children.
Yeah.
And just because you're older, you still want to contribute.
Yeah.
So maybe they're telling their family, listen, you get all the sides, I'm gonna have my turkey, right? And then because they want to feel like they want to contribute, but there's lots of ways that we can do that.
Oh yeah, you're right, and we'll talk about that offline. But again, thank you so much.
Please.
And this year I'll make sure I get that impact report to you early.
Yes. But no, that check is good.
I'm not worried about that. Shoot, I'm not worried about that. It's just the fact that we're getting ready to see the seniors, and it means so much to. And I'll be trying to tell my friends, like, you just get here, just take a turkey in. They need to see you. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna get old one day. We're gonna hope someone shows up to see us.
Listen, I'm a caretaker for my mother, and you know, she was in we say skilled nursing facility. You know, that's a technical piece, but you know, it was rehab, but it was a nursing home. Some of our family members don't get any visitors at all. At all. So the 26, some of them, this is gonna be the most interaction they had all year.
You know, it was crazy. I was thinking this. I had this idea when I first started, right? Random act of kindness, way back when. And my dad was staying in Luther Towers before he passed, right? Luther Towers 2. And I used to always go there and then see sometimes he would think I was coming to see him. I'm like, no, I'm coming to see some of the other people, because I noticed that they didn't have, you know, anyone coming to see them. And I said, damn, wouldn't it be awesome if like some of us just got together and took pizza, or even, remember back in the day growing up, and I know you remember this, sitting at the feet of grandmom and granddad and listening to their stories?
I bet for those of us that are scared of what's going to happen in 2025, I bet if we sat next to our elders, they would tell us how they got over.
Yeah.
I remember when my father was alive, and I remember it was an election that happened that, you know, it wasn't quite favorable for us. And I remember my daughter was crying, you know, and at that point, my daughter thought that all she knew was Barack Obama, right? President Barack Obama.
Right.
And she said, well, what are we gonna do? My dad was like, girl, I done been through
fire hoses.
My dad said, I would walk on the street and have to put my head down or cross the street to not lock eyes with a person who was not the same color as me. Yeah. He said, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We need that encouragement. We do.
We do. And we do. Maybe it's time to do that now.
Because eventually, if we don't talk to them now, our stories will be gone.
Yo, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
We have to. And I mean, I saw you last week at the Urban League Breakfast, and Michael Eric Dyson, he said, you know, they're trying to ban the books and ban our history. Yeah. Well, if we don't talk to our elders, we're banning our own history.
We're banning our own history. Sitting at the feet, at your feet, that might be something that we need to just do, because I think I'm obsessed with talking to seniors.
Oh yeah.
I'm obsessed.
And then guess what? We can pull the wisdom from them.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And then while we're there, guess what else we can do? We can program their cell phone.
Stop it.
We can put in there. We can put in there the right contacts.
Stop it.
We can show them how to program their remotes for their televisions so they can watch DETV on Channel 28. So they can pass on their wisdom, and we can pass on our tactical skills.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Ms. Bailey, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for doing this. Really
thank you.
Thank you, Dot Foods, for putting her in the forefront of saving humanity.
Thank you, Dot, for employing me and letting me come out every now and then. Yeah. And thank you, Ivan, for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Know, Norman was right for trusting a turkey drive in your hands.
I appreciate it. So I appreciate it.
I'll see you Tuesday.
I'll see you Tuesday, but I'm gonna make sure I show that old video when we first met, when you were down there and someone was crossing over. Back at University of Delaware, back about 15 years ago?
That was about 15 years ago. That was
Oh my God, no. But thanks again. Thanks for coming. You know, you got the key to the station, so anytime you want to come through, please come through.
Oh, I know. a little birdie said, I can even borrow furniture when I want.
Yes, there you go. For more information about Dot Foods, can you, that's your camera, send them to the website and tell them what to click on.
Always go to www.dotfoods.com. You'll find out everything that we're doing. You'll find out the jobs that we're looking for, and you also can find out how you can submit a grant request. And it comes right to me and my committee, and we make sure that we review it, and we do it in a very timely manner. Just remember that Dot Foods, we don't make anything, but we move everything.
Gee, Willikers, Batman. I love it. Yo, you're watching DETV, about to be Good Morning Delaware, but right now it's Good Morning Wilmington. We'll see you on the other side of greatness, and it's cool to be extraordinary. DETVCH.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it.